Hello, Alan. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucor Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis, and here is that analysis. Now, first thing I have to tell you, it's clear you spent some good money on a beautiful website. You certainly succeeded. A good website, a beautiful website like this is where somebody will land and begin looking at all of these different options. And it's exactly why you want the site to look as beautiful as it does. Only the best. I love that. That is really cool. Manufactured on site. All of these little key phrases. You guys did it up right. Now, a good website is great for when somebody gets here, but getting them here is what the trick of the whole thing is. And getting them here is caused by what is actually in your website. I'll show you exactly what I mean. After I look at your website thoroughly, the second thing I do is I go and I use this paid tool that's called Ahrefs. It shows me the metrics of your website and shows me how it's been out there and performing the last couple of months. Now, the next thing I do is a regular old Google search, in this case, Farmington Hills, Michigan roofer. And I need to explain a little bit about Google at this point, because Google is going to be the thing that drives about 96% of the traffic to your site. Now, I need to explain how Google works in order for you to understand that. Google has an algorithm that determines the placement of absolutely everything. Now, the algorithm is a mathematical construct. It doesn't know our language. It doesn't know anything other than what it's looking for. And for that, I will show you exactly what it's looking for as we move through this. Now, first up on a Google search, you're going to find these sponsored ones. That means these companies have paid to be there. And you are amongst them. What do you know? 33 years in business, serves Farmington Hills. That was probably a good move. Now, down here, we have what we call the map pack. And there you are again, American Standard Roofing. Now, the map pack is given to people who have filled out a Google business profile. I suspect you have already had a lot of what I'm going to suggest to you done, and that is be as thorough as you can in getting this website just up to snuff, because being here in the map pack is an important part of being near the top of a Google search. Being near the top has a monetary value, absolutely no doubt about it. Now, underneath the map pack, we have what we call the organic search results. Now, organic is sort of an odd word because, well, they are only organic in the sense that the algorithm decides all by itself. There's nothing else influencing it. It's not like filling out the map pack as an additional. It just decides at this point what is going to go at the top. Now, as you can see, the first couple of them are lists, not actual roofers themselves. Here is the first actual roofer I find, and that is Mr. Roof, who says they are roofing in Farmington Hills, Michigan. Now, I think you and I both know that Mr. Roof is a nationwide company, I believe, but here's what shows the algorithm that they are a roofer in Farmington Hills, Michigan. There it is. They wrote it. That's all that is required for them to have it be true. The algorithm does not fact check. Maybe there is an office in Farmington Hills. I don't know. But I know that Mr. Roof is not just about Farmington Hills. They have a page devoted to it, and that's what makes them local. So I'm going to show you something right off the bat. I am going to take your website, and I am going to select all, copy, and paste into this word counter. There we go, 596 words, and then I'm going to do the same for Mr. Roof over here. Copy and paste that into another word counter, 751. Now, here's the thing. Since the algorithm is just a mathematical construct, 751 does beat 596. Not by much, but it does. So that will cause them to be placed higher on a Google search. But all words are not equal. It's not just a question of words. Google wants you to have 1,500 words because that is the minimum amount they figure is necessary to educate their Google customers on whatever the subject is that they Googled about. And whether that's for academic reasons or whether it's for choosing a roofer. So 1,500 words is the minimum to aim for. And you have about another 900 to go in order to meet that. And that would definitely cause you to beat your competitor. Now, I'm going to show you what those other words they're talking about are, and that's keywords. Now, you have 1,600 keywords on your site, and that is amazing, truly amazing. I run into some sites where the local roofer has, say, I don't know, 300 keywords or something like that, and which is inadequate. But here are what the keywords are. Keywords are words that are already in your industry and words that are collected by Google as a result of Google searches, looking for all of the various sites that come up in your industry. Now, here is your competitor. You have 1,600, and Mr. Roof has 12,900. So, even though 1,600 is great, 12,900 wins, unfortunately. And that's what you're up against when you're not just competing in the physical world, but in the virtual world, and in this case, in the Google world. Now, here are their 12,900 organic keywords. Some of them are going to have to do with your industry, as I said, siding company, for instance, roofing companies with payment plans near me, residential roofing services, roofing companies with financing, gutter installation near me. So these are all things that Mr. Roof apparently offers, and those are the high marks that is being counted by the keywords. And as you can see, keywords are, it says keyword here, but you can see each and every one of these is generally more than one word. So keywords in my industry is actually sort of like a small phrase, if you will. Now, roof leak repair near me. Those are ones also. And because, like I said, they are not just local to Farmington Hills, here it says Detroit. Where's the other one that I saw? Cincinnati. There it is. I'm sure that we could find some other cities in there. Cleveland. Chimney repair near me. Free estimate. That's what somebody actually typed into a Google search. And because that was satisfied on the Mr. Roof website, that means that that came up in a search. Now, that is what I'm going to tell you about keywords. Now, next I'm going to show you about backlinks. Backlinks, you have 1,600. And backlinks are where your site appears on a different site that refers back to your site. So for instance, if you have a listing in, say, Yelp that you claimed and said, yeah, that's my site. Here is my actual website. That would be a site with a backlink to yours. Now, here are their backlinks. You have 1,600. They have 2,500. Again, they win that foot race. Here are their backlinks. Vimeo, apparently they had some videos made. Wikipedia, how they got that, I have no idea, but that's a good one because it's rated at 91. Now, these ratings I'm talking about are domain ratings. They show the strength of a domain backlink profile. So in other words, this domain, Wikipedia, has a lot of other domains that refer to it. And that makes it, in Google's eyes, more worthwhile. Because it's sort of like the more people that are talking about you, the more famous you are. And in Google's world, a link to something means that it's more important. If there are a lot of links to it, then Google figures, then my customers will enjoy going to that site too. That's how Google thinks about it. So you want to get as many of these backlinks as you can that are up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Below that is kind of a crapshoot. Look at this. They have 15 pages of them. They have pages and pages of worthless ones. I just clicked on 15. Let's see how fast it comes up. If it doesn't come up, I'm going to move on. But that is probably a whole page of zeros. Yep, sure enough. place to visit in USA.com. Does that sound like it was written in China? Place to visit. Anyway, it's a zero. And best pictures enterprise blogspot.com. Apparently neither of these are places where people go to find their roofers in Kansas. So that being the case, you don't need those ones. You want the ones that are 70s, 80s, and 90s. Now here's what it all comes down to. 1,600 keywords, 1,600 backlinks equals 1,200 visitors to your site. That was your traffic last month, and that's up 80 from the month before. Here's what Mr. Roof had. 16,100. That's how many visits they had from the internet, from a Google search. Now, this doesn't include all of the searches. It's just from Google searches because, you know, there could be any number of people who find the website on a business card or, you know, in your case on a business card or maybe a local flyer or maybe the local news. I don't know. But most people get there by going through a Google search. Now, there is a monetary value to these clicks and to the fact that they are as high up in the Google search as they are. I'm just going to look to see where you are in this, by the way, because I haven't looked at that yet. You should come up here pretty fast. Is that? No, AmeriPro. And the reason I'm doing this, I want you to think to your own. There we go, American Standard Roofing. I want to think to your own website search habits. How far down do you search before you give up and think to yourself, you know what, from here on up, I think it's good. I got it. So, you know, the further up you are, the more likely it is that you're going to be clicked. So here is the monetary value. They figure that your clicks, your visitors were worth about $2,400 and Mr. Roof was worth about $141,000. That's a lot of money just right there on the table waiting to be taken by being higher up in the Google search. Now, I'm going to assume that you would rather spend more time roofing than you would digging around in the guts of your website. That being the case, I would suggest that you give Eric a call. He would be glad to guide you through the next steps. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I've been helpful, and you have a great rest of your day.